The U.S. Supreme Court has said the Obama health care law is constitutional and therefore the law of the land. It is a huge victory for the president after 3 years of polarized debate, and these two pictures say it all. At the moment of the ruling, joy for some, shock and disappointment for others. And a year and a half from now, every American who can afford it must buy health insurance or pay a fine. But we'll have all the details on this in just a moment as our team stands by to bring you the whole picture, starting with ABC's Terry Moran on exactly what the court decided today and the one man whose vote surprised a lot of people. Terry.
That's absolutely right, Diane. This is it, the epic opinion. It came as a shock because, as you suggest, Chief Justice John Roberts joined the court's liberals and saved the president's health care plan by essentially rewriting it.
Thousands waited for the decision outside the court this morning. Then came word the health care law had been upheld by a 5-4 vote. Chief Justice Roberts, with a clever bit of legal jujitsu, ruled that while Congress can't simply force Americans to buy health insurance, there is something they can do. They can tax Americans more if they don't buy insurance, and that's what this law does. And so with that, virtually the entire Obama health care law was saved. Roberts wrote, "Because the Constitution permits such a tax, it is not our role to forbid it or to pass upon its wisdom or fairness." The conservatives' dissent was bitter and scornful, Justice Kennedy reading from the bench and calling Roberts' opinion a vast judicial overreaching and revealing that his side would have struck down the whole law. In our view, the act before us is invalid in its entirety. But what about that penalty, that tax that Roberts and the majority said was constitutional? Beginning in 2014, if you refuse to purchase health insurance and don't get it from your employer, you'll have to check a box on your tax form, and the IRS will charge you eventually up to $695 per adult or $2,085 per family. Few expected this result from the staunchly conservative Roberts, who was appointed by George W. Bush and who many Americans might best remember as the guy who bungled Barack Obama's oath of office.
Faithfully, the office of president.
But at his confirmation hearing in 2005, Roberts made a promise that today he seemed to try to keep. He would steer the court clear of politics.
Judges are like umpires. Umpires don't make the rules, they apply them. But it is a limited role. Nobody ever went to a ball game to see the umpire.
Well, this opinion did give heart to many court watchers who have been concerned that this institution of government risked becoming just another hyper-partisan place in American politics. By joining the liberals, Chief Justice Roberts seemed to have stopped that.
All right, but Terry, tell me more about this ruling, because the argument was it's a slippery slope and you start with health care insurance and the next thing you know, you're forcing people to buy broccoli.
That was an argument that the Tea Party and Justice Scalia made. This opinion shoots that down. This opinion says the government will never be able to make you buy broccoli, but it can tax you in a way, taxing you more if you buy fatty foods or fast foods, giving you tax incentives, just like it does tax cigarettes more, tax alcohol more, tax gas guzzlers more. It can do that.